Today's a good day. The app was glitching before I started the live stream, and it worked. So we're already off to a good start. So we have a Schumann Resonance Blackout, and in today's lesson, we're going to discuss the void of creation, knowing how to utilize your path according to your frequency. So it's a very important time when we come out of the blackout. There are people that have been on this journey for a while. They know these very special, high energetic points that we go through. And coming out of the darkness, where will we be? What will be our next chapter? There's so many things that are going on. When you can't see, we're in the darkness. So when you can't see, it's quite overwhelming. Illuminate with love. It's my honor. I appreciate everyone. Please click the like button. We are live. I'm so grateful when you do that. It allows others to find the live stream, listen to the replay. Then we show up every single day, 9 a.m. Eastern. What I do here is very unique as we take the journey and we can utilize the current energies, the current collective energies on our personal journey. This is the path. It will never change. It will never end. It's a constant journey with no finish line. We achieve finish lines for seasons. A lot of you know internally that this is the end. Regardless of what it is, we have an internal clock. Does your internal clock tell you that this is, and that's why the anxiety is through the roof. This is the nervous system reset. If you missed yesterday's podcast, you come back in later and you listen to the nervous system reset and what you could do to regulate your nervous system. How many people that are live right now feel like their nerves are shot? You're riddled with all of these feelings. And there's a lot of changes that are going on. But today's lesson, as we are now, we want to go to and through the blackout. And we want to come out on the other side. So creation is done in the void. So today's lesson is focused on creating true manifestation. How do we come out on the other side? These are the things that you want to hold in your heart and hold this frequency through it. Collectively, we're dealing with collective shadows of humanity during this time period. And it's very difficult. The human self, so why do we feel this way? There's so many people that are feeling the dark night of the soul. What's the soul? It's the energy that operates the body. Okay, so this body, this physical vessel is not who we really are. It's our higher self. It is the soul. So the human self can't comprehend what's going on. That's why it's so overwhelming. When you can't see, right? Don't you start freaking out when you can't see? I can't see, right? Or maybe you're driving in a location, it gets really dark, you don't know where you are, right? All of a sudden you start freaking out. Can't see. There are multiple timelines. So, we went through, as I've shared in, many times in this community, some people are new. It seems like God puts us in 2-year cycles. Do you feel like you go through 2-year cycles? And all of this evidence in the videos are on the channel page. Go back to 2023 if you are new. And I will always, when the book comes out in the future, I'm always going to refer to that grand day in 2023, that massive Schumann resonance anomaly, we'll call it. A 2-year cycle. And, where you were 2 years ago and what you've been through. Last time to come out of it, it was kind of like a, one timeline or the other, one or the other. What makes this so overwhelming is the unknown. I told you, kid, where are we headed? Destination unknown. I have no clue where I'm headed from this place. A lot of, and if you didn't watch my video on let go and let God, watch it on repeat right now. There's multiple paths that we can take. Which one of these paths will we take? When it comes to ascension symptoms, the ringing in the ears have been out of control. Are your ears ringing like out of control? Do your ears always ring? And now it's like a little bit louder. You hear different sounds. Maybe your ears never rang before. Mike, my ears are ringing. I don't understand. Oh, come on. I got you, kid. It's funny when some of my gym buddies are like, my ears are ringing. I know, don't worry about it, bro. I take this and I make it presentable for everyday life people. That's why more and more people are resonating with this channel. So the ringing in the ears, you might be hearing tones you've never heard before. Over time, and this is important, okay? So when you take this ascension journey, if you are truthfully a manifester, if you have shifted from NPC mode to creator mode, I don't know, are you an NPC bot or are you the creator of your reality? Okay? You have to answer these questions, all right? Data, proof, and evidence. Over the course of my journey, I have data, proof, and evidence to say what is worth my time or is a waste of my time. In this year, this was the 9 year. This has been an intense year. This is the end of the old self. And I have no clue yet, but at the end of this, listen to this carefully. I will know moving forward what is worth my time or what was a waste of my time. It's very difficult to go through this with no evidence at all at the moment, in the now moment, right? Midge writes it's intense AF. Is it intense AF? You could let us know. It is very intense. And when you start to realize these things, you are on a journey. I am on a journey. God will reveal the truth to you. But at the end of this, we will know for sure. And then moving forward, and listen, I know on my journey without ego, if I say, you know what, maybe I'm not destined to do these things, right? Because God showed me. You have to let go without ego. Okay, I learned. Okay, that's what this void that we're in right now. That so many people's anxieties are through the roof right now. Again, you have an internal clock. If this sounds strange to you, if you say I want to get in tune with this, you click subscribe. I teach you how to get your clairs on. How many people their internal clock knows? You have this knowing, this feeling that whatever we went through this year, it is over right now. And when we come out of this. So it's terrifying. Your heart might be in one place. You have no clue. There's no evidence. But over the course of time, I know that linear time is, it's a construct of this matrix reality, if you will. But over the course of time, that's why time is actually so precious. And that's why, is it worth your time moving forward? Or is it a waste of your time? Whatever it is, the daily routines and rituals that you have, okay? You can make our everyday lives. Okay, are you watching the TV? Right? Are you watching all the fear, or are you watching your Uncle Mike? Are you watching people on the interwebs that pump fear, or are you watching people that empower you? Okay, not only me, you have to know the frequency. You got to go out in the world. You got to pick the people, right? It's all you. It's always you. Okay? So when you make better decisions, when you have your clairs up, then you could go out on social media And then you could listen to the people that resonate with you. Keep clicking the like button if today's message resonates. We create a positive feedback loop while we're on the live stream. Okay, so big questions are going to be asked. Okay, I'm also reading the chat. Is the ringing in the ears out of control? My take on the ringing in the ears, I've done full videos on it. You are perceiving energy. The more that you've been on your journey, that you have decalcified your pineal gland, your third eye, it's so important. Everything, there's always two of everything in the body, but you only have one third eye. Isn't that very interesting? Must be a very special thing. We have been stretched this year. What have we been stretched for? Are we stretched to hold something, a bigger, greater capacity? This was all about the capacity to handle. Maybe, several years ago, or even in the beginning of this year, your body, your nervous system did not have the capacity to hold. You heard that? Is your spine like tight as ever? Capacity to handle. All right. And that's why it's important to talk to other people, because then you're sitting there, right? I do it, and we're curled up in the fetal position. What the heck's going on? I've been pumping this also since the beginning of the year. Voice is so powerful, and people need to be heard. Some of you know me personally. If I've spent time talking to you, in the gyms, sauna chats, some people are never heard. That was the pain that I went through this year. Something that maybe was so important, my voice wasn't heard. Now the doors were just slammed shut, and all of that energy, had to stay in the body, the emotions, the pain, especially for the divine masculine, when your voice wasn't heard. It's a painful situation. So all of these pains that we've had, the dark night of the soul, it stretches your nervous system. So now you have the capacity to handle. In July, I did a video, how to receive. Some people aren't able to receive. This is known as self-sabotage. These energies, when it gets so intense, it's forcing us, right? This is how we are able to look at, certain high energetic moments in our history and how it changes us. You have been stretched bigger, so the space can be filled. And when that space is not filled, the internal frequency that you have shifted to, and then the external world, it is not in resonance. Whether if you are a ball of love and there's emptiness on the outside, right, or whatever it might be, there's a dissonance there, and you feel the dissonance of frequencies. So the capacity to handle, you have been stretched. And, when we come out of the blackout, we'll see certain things. Are happy endings real? Or is this a constant, just constant lessons here in Earth School? I had a deep conversation with a friend of mine, and he was the one that brought it up to me. That's why it's so important to have like-minded people to talk to, and maybe part of your family. And he was saying, he was listening to something and saying, like, so much of our life, especially lately, is pain, just for little moments, little satori moments. And what we need to do, and that's what I was I'm here to do. Otherwise, I have no purpose being here anymore. And I have to come to terms with these things. I have to change the timeline. I have to break loops. I have to break, some people call it generational curses. Otherwise, I have no purpose even being here. Do you get it? Did you watch my video on the chosen ones? You have to get this through your brain. You're not here for the matrix life. So if things don't change, that's why a lot of us have grief, sadness. Click the like button, come out of the blackout. Go into the shadows. Go into the shadows. Some people don't want, I don't like this. Okay, I'll do the work. I had a very powerful Nana, Queen Esther. She was tough. And she used to say, I'll do it. I'll do the work. I'll do it. And if God doesn't want me to do it, then I'll step back. So this is the timelines that we're in. I did a full chart on this. I charted it out. Watch my world famous diagram. So without ego, we have to say, if I have to let go, I put it in God's, okay? Let God decide for you. It is overwhelming right now. Are you overwhelmed? This is the greatest advice that I could give at the time because I'm overwhelmed as well. And you're going to see this. You're going to see supernatural things in this every door, and it's sitting with it. I had a friend years ago who used to say, Mike, sometimes you got to sit with it. And it's too overwhelming. And you can't push the door. You can't push the wall. So what you're going to do is you're going to let God decide for you. You know, I talk about the Akashic records, all right? Some people are worried about Big Brother watching them. You got to realize that the Akashic records are always watching you. Do you get it? So when I go out and I say what's in my heart and I put it out in the beach, you go in your favorite nature spot, maybe you go up on a mountain, so important to be in nature when the Schumann Resonance is doing all these wacky zany things, okay? It's really the energies of the earth, and that chart is just showing us the energies. That's really what it is. See, I know what I put out. And there's power in this. So I say, here you go, God. And we don't have to answer. See, I don't have to answer to no one. I don't have to do any. This is very powerful stuff here. You go. Here you go. Right? When you're overwhelmed, you go, okay, you do it now. And I have to let everything go. And maybe, I had this. I'm going to say this is what my heart really wants. This is really what I want to do. But if that door doesn't open, you'll waste your life waiting. Put it in the hands of God. Powerful stuff. Now, there are people out there. See, like there's driven men like me. Are you a driven individual? Are you the Sigma male? I have a friend, Jim, at the gym. We're wired the same. He's an older guy, but he's in tremendous shape, trains the people. And I said, guys like us, we need an excuse not to go to the gym. Okay? Right? So I'm a person, it's a paradox. These are the paradoxes of the world. Okay? So men that are wired like me, we need an excuse not to be productive, not because you're wired that way. Where some people need motivation to work out, we need some kind of motivation to take a rest day, right? How many people resonate with that, all right? So if you have your mindset, this is what I share. It's all about mindsets. It's about your mindset. Everything is a mindset. And again, Dr. Bruce Lipton talks about this. I don't want to hear it's the family, it's the lineage. Okay, epigenetics. Get in that brain. Biology of belief, right? That's why I studied all the great ones. Now the teacher teaches, okay? Epigenetics. But when it comes to, things that you know, that you can't do. It feels like a shame. Again, we don't know what's going to happen. We're in the darkness. You have no evidence. You have no evidence. You only have faith. And then at the end of this, I guess we'll say, our happy endings are real, or do we just let go? Don't know the answer. We're in the darkness. Do you get it? It's getting, the veil is getting thin. Some people use that term, the veil is getting thin. Over the course of my journey, like, it's not like a physical thing, but you, again, you take the journey. It's constant work. It's daily work. You don't become, more spiritually in tune, or, as I like to say, a better representation, a stronger connection to your higher self overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. There are people that show up every day to this channel. Focus, right? And again, it's like the nutrients that you get, okay? You might watch this, you might watch other things. You have to go out, you have to decide. And again, that's your neuroplasticity. And I've done different modalities for things. It's a lot of life is trial and error. This year I went way out of my comfort zone. Oh, baby. And without ego, I'll be able to say if it was worth my time or if I wasted my time. Yay, oh, wow, what a great, happy, beautiful love, all this other stuff. Or, okay, I have to realize I wasted my time without ego. Do you get it? There's no guarantees. Right now, we're in the blackout. So all you could do is go on the inside. Go on the inside. And it's never a loss. It is a learn, because we're constantly on this journey. So I say, oh, wow, God taught me. There is no such thing as this. Or, this is real. Do you get it? Did you watch my video? How God reveals the truth to you? So as we're going through the blackout now, we're in the darkness. We're going through the darkness right now. All right? We're in the darkness. And, these are the learns. It will never be a loss. It will be a learn. Regardless of what, happens when we come out of this. And again, you guys know what October was all about. And, it's coming to an end. Regardless of what it is, I learned. And I have to come to terms with whatever the next chapter. There's no finish line, but there are finish lines to seasons. I have to come to terms with it. If you didn't watch my full video, setting boundaries with God, setting boundaries with the universe, you should check it out. Regardless of what happens when you come out of the blackout, you want to hold that what's in your heart. The Akashic Records are documenting it, so I know everything that I put out. If this, then that. Again, this is what I do. Some people don't have personal relationships with God. Do you have a personal relationship with God? I don't know the answer. And this is how we are all going through this as the collective. Are you feeling it? You could hit the lightning bolts. There's only so much that we can do. And you'll see this in your life. And then you start to, I've shared about frequency fences, things like that. You could start to feel, not really see, but you start to feel all these things. Clairsentience. And there are things that are your responsibility. I know what's my responsibility. And then I know what's not. It's got to be God, because there's nothing else I could do. Right? But for the things that we are in control of. See, like I'm in control of being the best version of myself. Getting better every day. Raising my frequency. Expanding my consciousness every single day. I'm far greater than I am now than I was in the beginning of the year or 7 years ago. You could hit 777. Wow, what a journey it's been. I appreciate everyone being here. Click the subscribe button. It's a journey. I tell you, kid, appreciate that. But there's a question that you have to ask yourself. Did you honestly give it your all? Did you do the best that you can do given the circumstances? Like, there are certain circumstances that are easy for our ability, and some of them are not. Okay? There's certain things that I do, right? Whether, lifting a certain way, doing calisthenics, I'm just making it up. And that maybe, if I was given a task that I don't know how to, I'm not great at ice skating or something like that. Hey, this is a hockey player, he's skating around, he's doing all the, like, I don't know what to do. So given a circumstance, like some of us were given circumstances that are like, were you given a circumstance that are like this year? Did you have it? Did you have circumstances like that? So this is how deep we have to go here. Did you do the best given the circumstances for you? Like there's things that I could be given that I know I need to knock it out of the park. Boom, boom, boom. I know. Right? I know how to hit a baseball. I can hit a home run. Do I know how to ice skate? No. I can't do it. I'm just giving tangible things that you could really understand. Okay? Can you hit the home run? Yes. Can you ice skate? No. Can't do it. All right? So given what you were, so you might have been, if you're given something, you already have the tools, the skills to do it. But sometimes we're given this thing, they say, what can I do? Inside. We had some very powerful videos out on the front line. Did you watch my beach videos? Okay, click subscribe, go to the channel page. They are so powerful. And the message that came to me in the beginning of this journey, it never changed. And I sat this year and I've been doing more of the podcasts. I haven't been doing some, and I felt called. That's why I really checked them out. And that's what just naturally came to me, and it's an immutable truth. It just came to me. That was my calling card, my ending. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within, and it never changed. It never changed. I did a video on an immutable truth. The video is about truth. It's a 100%er. I'll place that video at the pinned comment. It'll come up at the end. It's 100%er. 100% of the time, it's an immutable truth of the universe. I mean, if you are conscious and aware, I guess there's people in the world that see it and they get the Krispy Kreme look. You get it. Yeah. These videos, the podcasts, the world famous videos, they're for people that are conscious and aware. You're taking the ascension journey. You hold yourself accountable. Some people don't want to hold themselves accountable. That's not my problem. It's yours. Yeah. Okay. So, this is a time period to really ask, and this is how you're able to let go. Did you honestly give it your all? And I know with certain things, I could say I gave it my all. I can't do anything else. Then you give it to God. Right? Then you give it to God. This is the blackout. This is the void. So this is the point to manifest. What is the void? Creation is done in the void. It is the void of creation. You're holding it in your heart. Whatever it is you're manifesting, whatever is your next phase of the life is. You had a conversation with God because some of these things are blessings. even if it's like the simplest, naturalist thing in the world. And you say, what am I going to do with how, if I have this, I can do this. Some people just want to manifest, and you can, you just manifest a Lamborghini. You can do it. A lot of this has been self-worth, being worthy, not being disrespected. I can't be disrespected ever again. Click the like button if this resonates. Smash the like button. Smash them. I'm just kidding. Okay? You're worthy? I can't live a life. I can't live a life if I'm not respected with what I have to bring to the world. So I let it go. This is where we are. Lion Teach, I'm so grateful for the super chat. Thank you so much for the support. And I believe it was Debbie. I think you sent a super chat before I got on. Am I right? Thank you so much for the super chat, Debbie. Very grateful for the community support. All right. Greatest support. Smash the like. Share the video. Let's get 1 million people here. Grateful for the outpouring support. We gained another 1,000 Light Warriors on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook. We're growing. Oh my God. Another 1,000. It just keeps going on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook. I love you guys so much. You never know. You never know in this life. You never know in this life. Okay. We're going to have another 1,000 here on YouTube as well soon. All right. This is where we are. And it's a total beatdown. There's an old school phrase, you had your ASS handed to you. We all went through this year. So it is the longest. Like sometimes they're very sharp and it's like a short thing, but like this is like the grueling, longest dark night of the soul. Right? It's like the longest, and again, it could be things that you didn't even realize it. You didn't even realize it. But somehow, this was given. So we'll see what happens. Jen writes, strong message today. Got chills? I appreciate that, Jen. Do I give you chills? That's the resonance, baby. It is the, sometimes I'll hear words. I could hear like a word in a commercial and I get chills. Like that's the answer. So if you're getting that, that's the answer. This message is the answer. I'm just grateful for everyone sharing it. And that was like the main theme. It was one of the original videos of this year in 2025, the power of voice. To not have your voice heard, it's very rough. To have your voice heard, you got to get your blues, got to get that throat chakra going, baby. Get that throat going. Yeah, Sharon, that when you get the chills, when you have these, you're ringing in the ears, these are the signs, these are the things you have to look for. Feel. That's the most important. Why is that, Uncle Mike? Oh, because your body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth. So I know, okay, I feel off. Okay, maybe I don't want to hang out with these. Oh, I feel like, wow, I'm having so much fun and I got to hang out with these friends. Or if you're looking for a relationship, you might feel nauseous or, stay away from that girl. Okay, or maybe you feel like you're going to run through the wall. That's probably the answer. You got to feel the feelings, the emotions. Emotions guide us to our highest calling. It's a tremendous YouTube short. Check out my YouTube shorts, people. I did it all this year. I went out of my comfort zone this year. I did everything. We got podcasts, we got world famous videos, and we have YouTube shorts, and we have world famous viral reels on Facebook. Okay? So I did everything. And again, sometimes in life, okay, we have to do new things. Did you do new things? Again, this year, I did a lot of new things. Some things might have failed terribly, or we don't even know the answer. Maybe they did work behind the scenes. No clue. Maybe fell flat on our face. Maybe wasted months of our life. but it's still a learn. But it's still a learn. It's never a loss. If you're taking this truthful journey, it's never a loss. It is a learn. It's a tough one. Robin Hood, out of the comfort zone, Cage. I was out of the comfort zone. So now I have to see what are the results of our experiment. I said, you know what? I'll come out of the comfort zone. I'll come out. And then, we were stretched. You are stretched to have this bigger space to be filled. Your nervous system is stretched beyond what it was so that you have the capacity to handle. There's certain things, you have to have, maybe you didn't have these abilities, the capacity to handle certain attributes. I want this. I want this wealth. I want this authentic love. Not bullshit relationships, okay? Click the like button, right? Well, you have to have the capacity to handle it and realize the importance of it. When God gives you wealth and stuff, you don't blow it, okay? And you don't give it away to parasites. You got to be real focused on everything, okay? Real focused on everything. Hold on to your luggage, kid. Otherwise, what's the point of living? You're not here to just accumulate things. You're here for experiences and love. I learned it this year. That's why God put you in. A lot of people got triggered by my recent wilderness video. Watch it. God abandons you, kicks you. Go into the wilderness, son. Go into the wilderness, daughter. What am I doing? Watch it. The victimhood mentality people, they don't like that video. The empowered, the Sigma male, the kings, right? The queens, the lionesses, they love that video. Check it out. It's the path. Path of the warrior. And then we have to say, if it don't come, there's nothing you can do. You gotta let go. Lick your wounds, whatever the terms are, right? There are timelines that are available to us. So as we are in the void of creation, you have to hold these things in your heart. Hold it strongly. Taylor Lee, I love you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. I've spoken on something today and think I shouldn't have. He did a lot of bad but was innocent child once and I let them know I know that child couldn't. I think I understand what you mean. Thank you so much for the super chat, Taylor. A lot of us, if this is what you're trying to pull out, like there's people that have trauma from their childhood, and that that's the sadness of this world where and it's understandable when people do have trauma. They'll never achieve love until they have to just push just a little bit. And do the healing. So it is. It's rough when these energies are high. I know people that kids. People that I came across. I saw things and I knew. Don't hurt yourself. Please share this video to 1 million people. Don't hurt yourself when the depression gets very high. That's why I show up every day. Please share this to 1 million people. So they have a place that they could hear this. This is the dark night of the soul. This is the truth. I feel the pain. And these are the things that I do. This ain't unicorns and rainbows for me. People disrespect me. You kidding me? Oh, this guy's got, no. No, I walk this earth, right? I'm walking. I did it with nothing. I did it with God and nothing else. There's no girl to support me. There's nothing, bro. There's nothing. I was able to do it on my own. That's why God put you into, the people didn't get that video. That's why God abandoned you in the wilderness so that you could become the best there is. You better watch that video and get it in that brain. Get it in that brain, son. That's why none of this stuff affects people. It doesn't matter. That's what God wants. Do it in the void now. Rise up. Be powerful in the void. Be powerful in the void. So the video I left, it's an instant thing, is you have to get to this place where I refuse to live in this reality anymore. You refuse to live at this level. You refuse, ignore the 3D. Click the like button. People hear it. Ignore the 3D. Ignore everything. Block people. Get it. If it doesn't resonate with your future, get it out of your way. In the void now. It's rough. It's rough. Is it ringing in the ears out of control if you just came on? Do you feel it? You know, it's the outpouring of, people have been commenting both here and on Facebook. So many people are feeling it. It is a struggle. It's hard. You can't see. You start panicking. I can't see. I don't know where I'm going. Is this resonating? I can't see where I'm going. I start to panic. Regina writes, no time for toxic people. Did you watch my full video? 86, the fake spiritual community that's out there with spiritual narcissists. Did you get rid of the toxic people from your life? You got to be empowered. Better do it. Or don't. Or don't. Or don't. You see how the Holy Spirit fire goes up real fast? It's blazing, light warriors. Midge writes, they gone, brother. They gone. They gone. You have to listen to me very carefully right now. Okay? When you are authentic, anyone you lose was fake. Do you get it? When you are authentic, anyone that you lose, it's no... Brush your shoulder. It's a fake person. You don't need fake people. Right? Ooh, I don't like him. I don't like her. It's a bunch of hyenas. You got to get the lions, kid. You need the lioness at your side. This is the stuff that you need. And we'll see what happens when we come out of the void. Expect the unexpected. We will find out if happy endings are real. Let go, let God. I know it's overwhelming. We all feel it's overwhelming. So this is the blackout. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We are tracking this. Again, you could also hit me up on Facebook. I give posts throughout the day there. Grateful for the community support. Before I get off, please click the like button and click the subscribe button. We have daily videos 9 a.m. Eastern time to help you become the greatest version of yourself. And you're going to get back into balance. You're going to get back into alignment. You're actually going to become a conscious creator, not just manifesting, or living somebody else's life. You have to live your everyday life. Okay? Videos will pop up. Powerful stuff. Pin, comment, go to the channel page, check them out. Sharing is caring. I appreciate all this. We are manifesting in the void right now. It's such a powerful time period. Our internal clock knows that this is coming to an end, and we have to come to terms with whatever it is. If you are in tune and you feel this, you could leave it in the comments. If your internal clock is telling you that this is coming to the end and we have to just come to terms with it and move forward. So we'll see. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Just keep going. Because if you wait, you'll lose yourself. So we're going to see the truth, right? We're going to see the truth. I love you guys very much. I love you very much. Bye for now.